So the swell's gone now, and a little pirate ship that's pulled up here again. Now it looks like an old converted steamship. It's an American guy who's running this, and a whole lot of tourists on. A lot of girls that were swimming nude around the boat a while back. Yeah, it apparently was a workshop boat and all sorts of other things. Just want to have a quick look at it close by. Old steel boat. Must have picked up an old anchor somewhere here. They got it strapped to the boat there. Doubt that's their anchor. Open link chain. It won't be fast, but she's solid. Now Kerry and I are on our way to do a PCR test to leave for Maio and then Praia tomorrow. Now this is the back end of the club, not so pretty. They've actually got a whole lot of stakes out here. This entire area is going to be turned into some Italian timeshare spot. So the place is filling up like crazy. I don't know where these guys are seeing value.
Plans.
Yeah, so people are still making plans, but I mean there's so many apartments here that are just standing empty. So much accommodation. Anyway,
all the European people coming to invest in here.
See what happens in a couple of years. This is the main road going to the airport, and that's the MPA offices, or YMP office I should say. And this is the little hospital. And that's the tent there. So that's where we're going. I'm just sitting waiting for the COVID test. Don't get nervous, babe. I'm going to change your brain now. Change your mind. Oh, early morning. Oh, on Saturday, what's it, the 20th? Starting our journey down to Praia via Maio. Hopefully going to sleep there tonight. Yeah, not looking forward to this next little while. And of course today, perfect downwind sail. We want some wind, there's none. And it starts blowing tonight. And obviously the day that I want to go to the Mindelo, we've got up to 30 knots. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting couple of days. Not quite sure yet whether I'm going to go straight to Mindelo or go via Maio and sleep there one night. I just don't want to have hassles with checking in and checking out. But yeah, we'll just have to play it by ear and see what the weather does and take it from there. Had a big wash down on the boat this morning. Just quick hose down in salt water and then a freshwater wash down just to get all the tackiness off. Yeah, going to Maio is going to be a mare because, sorry, Mindelo, because yeah, there we're faced with a lot of dust and a lot of wind, so I'm not going to stay there long if possible. Anyway, the journey begins. Yeah, it's been a long day steaming. The wind didn't come as forecast. We've let Jack out of the box. It's our code for the code 0. Jack in the box. Anyway, Jack's gonna go back in the box when you get around the corner here. Yeah, it's been a long, slow day. I was hoping to sail from Salray to Maio, but it just hasn't been enough wind. It's been 6 to 8 knots, just not enough to get us going at a decent speed. As it is, we're gonna arrive in the dark, so yeah, it's been slow. Just zoom out here. That's Maio there. That was Sao Ray. We left, it came down. So yeah, it's been a very slow day. I've still got to do that and go around the corner into the anchorage there, and we'll be leaving at 4 in the morning. So it's going to be a busy day tomorrow. The forecast originally was for up to 30 knots tomorrow evening, more going into Monday, but picking up through Sunday. So don't quite know yet what I'm going to do. I'm going to be on my own, so Kerry's going to be on the plane, and yeah, I'm going to have to work it out. I can't get to Mindelo in one go. I'm going to have to go a night sail or a midnight sail and arrive late afternoon. Then I'll probably get to Sao Nicalau, and then from there it's a half a day sail to Mindelo. So yeah, we'll just have to try and puzzle it with the weather and see how it all works out. Yeah, the rest of the journey was pretty uneventful, and we arrived at Maio in a really dark evening before the moon came up. Fortunately managed to put in an anchor, and fortunate to have been there before, so I knew what the setup was. And then up early in the morning. Yeah, so yeah, very super early morning start this morning from Maio. We've actually flying the code 0 at night, which is probably not the right thing to do. But yeah, we've got 11-12 knots now. I'm hoping she's not going to go up too much on this wind acceleration zone as we come over around Praia. You can see us coming. The bottom edge of this area over here is normally pretty hectic, but yeah, it's not too bad. We've got 11.7 up to 12.5 knots, and so far it seems okay. The wind's very west. I'm hoping that once we come in here we'll get into the shadow here, and then we'll be able to put her away. Yeah, if it goes up over 18 knots we might have some problems, but so far so good. Really early, it's 5 in the morning. We left at 3 because we just happened to wake up then. So yeah, it's a last passage with Kerry, and then it's solo all the way. Yeah, just arriving Praia. This is the airport, and how much you'll see on this. Nice full moon. There's a nice sail. The sun's starting to make its presence felt there. First light. Yeah. Now to see how it goes with the authorities here after our episodes earlier, things like that. Hopefully there's no BS and everything goes smoothly. Yeah, so we pulled into Praia Harbour very early in the morning. I didn't do any call-ins or anything, it was so early. And put an anchor and got the duck in the water, and yeah, I waited to be picked up. Unfortunately our lift didn't arrive. Adele had overslept, so yeah, I had to go ashore with Kerry, get a taxi, went to the police, do the checkouts, and then took her to the airport, and then got back to the boat as quickly as possible. Yeah, I got the duck hoisted and secured and got the hell out of there. Yep, that's the life. Alone on a 64-foot yacht. Who would have said? Yeah, you told me before we left that I'd actually end up single-handing this boat around Cape Verde. I would never have believed it. Yeah, it's incredible how much you've learned over the last 6-7 months. Not to say that you know what's going on completely, but yeah, learned a lot. I really didn't expect to end up in this situation, but it is what it is, and I've just got to make plans to deal with it. We're busy with a crossing from Praia to Maio, and yeah, I wasn't sure what this wind was going to do. I had over 25-26 knots coming around the point at Praia, so I didn't really want to put the main up. And the wind's super north, which means I can probably just jib sail it across, use a little bit of fuel, but it's it's easier, safer. And as you can see at the back, I can't help myself. I've got a line out just in case a long nose decides to make an appearance. It'd be interesting fighting it and landing it on my own. That would be something. Anyway, yeah, you can see by the plotter here, the wind's actually almost due north, which is straight to Mindelo. So to try and go there today would have been not a lot of fun. And the wind's supposed to pick up to 30 knots tonight, and it would mean tacking quite a bit and beating like crazy. So I'm going to go over to Maio and spend the night there at the anchorage there, and then yeah, wait for this wind to swing more into the east-northeast, which is what it's supposed to do in probably tomorrow afternoon, and drop a little bit. And then I'll probably just put a reef into the main and whack it across. Hopefully going, if I can make it with the right angle, I can get to Sao Nicalau, and I can do that in a day. Sleep there and then move on to Mindelo the following day. The wind drops and goes even more into the east, so that'll be an easy sail, and I can put full sail up and sail there. So yeah, different feeling being on your own, very different. I'm just glad we didn't have any problems at Praia today. Actually locked the boat up, took everything, locked everything away, locked all the external hatches and everything, because the place is a bit of a crime central. And yeah, just glad we could get in and out quickly. I managed to get a taxi for Kerry to the airport, checked in and out. The guys were chilled. It's a Sunday, didn't look like there were too many oaks on duty, just the one old guy, and he was really cool. Sorted out the paperwork and off we go. So yeah, looking forward to just getting to Mindelo, sorting out a few of the things we have to do, and then there's another big swell coming. It's actually on the 30th. Maybe I can get Marco to come back with me, or we go and surf something closer to Mindelo. But yeah, I just got to get there first, get settled, and then see how it goes. The anchor worked well this morning. The button I've put in the anchor hatch worked pretty well. It's very muddy in that harbour, so the anchor was pretty solid. I had to pull it until it was about basically up and down, and then came pulled from here. There wasn't a lot of change, so it wasn't a problem. And yeah, big muddy blob, but she's in the boat. I decided I was being a bit boring, so motors are off, and we got the jib and the main up. Just going to tension it a little bit, sort things out, but we are sailing solo. 7.7. I'll get her going a bit faster now. Nice to set up a little bit better. We've got 12 to 13 knots. This wind's come down in the mid channel, but it's still blowing up to 15, 16. And being 7.88 and beating at about 38, 40 degrees, and halfway across the channel. Never would have said I would do this on my own, that is for sure. I always said to John, you can single hand these boats. You always got to remember it's all cool while everything's working properly. If you have a mishap like we had when Kerry and I were coming across to Sao Nicalau that one day when the boom pin came out, oh wow, you don't want that. Anyway, I've got to be careful, try and sail during the day, make sure you're not tired, and yeah, I'll show you the whole setup hopefully in the next day or so when the weather's better. Now another thing about this place, and I've said it before, man, the light here is just so different. I mean, there's sun shining, but it's completely overcast with the cirrus. You've got this sort of dark. I find that the cameras just don't focus as well. They don't. The lights and your color on your pictures is terrible. It's really difficult. Plus you got the wind and the mics. And Both my mics have packed up due to the moisture, my editing mic and the external mic on the GoPro, so yeah, I'm hoping to get some more. I've ordered some stuff and hopefully it will come sooner. The only bummer about putting the main up like this, especially now on my own, I mean, Kerry and I fished with the main up, but yeah, it's going to be really crazy to do that now, so I was thinking about putting a teaser in the water. I just can't help myself, but yeah, there's a lot of weed in the water at the moment, a lot of Saragossa, so I'll give it a miss. We're going to get a couple of good days down the line. We're still getting some fish up at Mindelo. So yeah, well, hopefully Marco will be up there, maybe go fishing with him a day or two. Yeah, one of the things also I remember is when we left St. Francis Bay, we had 5 crew members and we packed enough rations and stuff and food for probably close to 5 months, 2 to 5 months, because there was, you know, at that stage when we left in March, most of the places were closed, so the boat was really laden. It was quite amazing when we took her around the point for the first time, just to feel how heavy she was. I mean, we had booze, food, spares, man, just everything. The bottom, even inside the empty compartments below the deck were full of stuff. I mean, and now, you know, 8 months along the line, 7 months along the line, 8 months, most of that stuff's gone, and it's the boat's a completely different boat. It's incredible how much faster and lighter and everything shows. I mean, we were carrying I don't know how many ton of stuff when we left home, so she's raised right up over, you know, out of the oil line as well. So yeah, that's a different vehicle. So we'll see what sort of speeds we can do now that she's light. Although she's full of diesel and full of water at the moment, I'll keep that really full, just in case you have any hassles. Yeah, wonderful, man. Wonderful feeling. Yep, all tidied up and in the bags, in the box. Sea's pretty cool, flattish, little chop, nice wind, perfect sailing conditions. Getting some nice speed now. A little bit better setup, and we've only got 14, 15 on the gusts. We're almost 9 at 40 degrees. There we go, 9 knots. Oh, we made it across. It's Maio. There, just doing a tack just to get up a little bit higher so I can get into the harbour area, to the port area where we put anchor. It's not even a port, it's just a little shelter basically. They're busy building a breakwater there for a marina, so I haven't seen it in the daytime. We saw it last night, so looks like they're starting to put the dolosa and that down, so it'll be interesting to see how far they've come. You can see it from here actually. Looks like they're powering. They've got 3 cranes there. Anyway, it was great fun so far. Let's get our way to the inside and anchor and then have a chat again. Yeah, I was super fortunate the night before when we came into Maio. It was super dark and we didn't see the one boat on the left. It was very dark, no windscreen on it or anything, but we actually happened to throw an anchor right between the 2 boats on the left and right there, and we were slap bang in the middle when we woke up in the morning, so got a bit lucky. But yeah, everything worked out and we got the chain up in the morning and everything was good. Yeah, and this boat over here belongs to Matthias. He's the guy from Maio Big Game who owns the Big Game restaurant that we met long time back. April I think it was, in the first videos. But his boat's also in the water making ready. Woohoo! First solo passage. Awesome feeling, man. Never thought I'd ever do this. Who would have said? Great feeling. Nice to be in a cool place. Yeah, I was really happy to have finished the first leg and to get an anchor in and have a prospect of a good night's sleep before the next one. Yeah, if you're enjoying the journey, subscribe and join us for the next leg to Sao Nicalau. Keep watching. Thanks guys. See you on the next leg. Super stoked. Lekker.